There was once a time when I was 17. It was winter, and I was so depressed and lazy and unmotivated. And what I would do was I would read fan fictions almost every day because I was mostly in my room. Now, this is actually such a sad time. It was like really sad. But I think the fact that I read a lot of fan fictions during this period was so funny to me. It wasn't funny at that time because I thought at least I'm being keeping myself busy. No, but when I look back, it was funny. I say that like it wasn't literally like 7 months ago. This was 2025, November to December, and a bit of January. And I was going through a lot. My best friend, literally, we took a break from our friendship because it was coming to draining, and then so many other things was happening, and I was going through so much A-level stress. Girl, that was not a time to be alive. But it was so bad. And because I low-key didn't have any friends at that time, I mean there's low-key no difference, but I wasn't going out. And you know, one thing that's very popular in the UK is usually a lot of teens or young adults during the Christmas time, they go to the Christmas market and they have fun. That was obviously not me because I was too busy reading fanfics. While other people were having the best time of their lives celebrating Christmas, I was in my room every day. The second school, my college closed for winter holiday, boy, I did not leave the house till like January, and that was because school started. I was on AO3 religiously. I was reading so many fanfic, which is crazy because I don't really read lots of books. I did when I was younger, but like now I'm still so booked and busy. I don't really read. So I would read like fanfics with like over 100k words, and I would finish it within 2 weeks. Do you know how insane it has to be to read 100k words in 2 weeks as someone that's not used to reading? That meant I spent 80% of my time reading fanfics and 20% of my time sleeping. I don't even think I ate that much. I was just reading a lot in my room. And although it sounds depressing because it is, it was a very sad moment of my life. I did learn a lots of words. I could like girl fanfic writers. They're saving life. I was out there learning new words. I was even inspired to start my fanfics, but I never finished it. So sorry. I never finished it, but I didn't delete it though. It's still on there. I'm just not gonna say what it is. It got quite popular and I was like writing to an audience. So that period was really sad. Like I think when I look back on 2025 November to December, I just remember like my room, which is quite sad. But I think having access to like fan fictions, AO3, all those really sweet, romantic, entertaining fanfics. It was really good. It really like made me entertained, which is a bad thing because it made me want to stay in my room more rather than motivate me to go out. But I didn't have friends at that time. I did have friends, but I didn't have close friends. So literally, no, it would be so random to just be like, "Oh, guys, come, let's go to the Christmas market." I couldn't do that because I was so embarrassed. So I just stayed in my room. Unironically, staying in my room and reading like fanfic with over 100k words really did save me. I always wonder what would have happened if I just stayed in my room. A part of me tries to like convince myself that I would have gone out and do something, but like I look it wouldn't have because the idea of just going out on my own was so scary because I was 17. I keep acting like it was ages away. This was 7 months ago, but I was just too. I just didn't want to go out on my own. No one was really inviting me out at all. And I tried to convince myself that I would have done something, but I really wouldn't have done anything. So I believe if I never had this obsession with fanfics at that time, I would have done a lot of scary and unprovoked things. Yeah. But I'm looking not mad about it because it was a fun experience, like giggling about fanfics and laughing. But it's quite sad. It was really, really sad. It was like a very horrible time. And I feel like the fanfics and the procrastinating and the unmotivationness, that's not a word. It really affected me in my A level exam, like a lot. A lot. Like, girl, I did not get motivation to studying. I didn't get motivation to anything. The only time you'd see me read a book was like almost never. And that's quite sad, honestly. But I do look back at that time and I realize how much things are different now. I do still read AO3 because AO3 is peak and I love my fanfics, but not as much as I did. Not as much as I did. The reason I decided to tell this story was because I was like trying to reread a lot of fanfics that I read during that my depressive episode, and it really like made me feel emotional because I'm so different from how I was before that. Like I was so the fanfic did not feel the same as it did last year, December, November. It's so different because I relied so heavily on the auto uploading, posting my favorite sheep. And I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, this is peak life because I was just in my room and I was binge eating, just never leaving. I was just being disgusting. And now that I read it, I feel like I have so much. I'm more energetic, I'm more active. I don't really have time to read 100k fanfics. Like, I don't know what came over me, but that I can't even hate on it. It really did save me. I felt very happy. So guys, learn from me. Do not let depression hold you down. You guys need to keep going. Keep going. And yeah, I'm not gonna say go read fanfics when you're sad because that's just gonna make you more dependent on it and you're gonna have an unhealthy relationship with your phone. I'm gonna say go outside,